The secret of successful people. What if I told you that the biggest secret behind successful people isn't talent, luck, or money? It's something so simple that most people ignore it every single day. The truth is, the difference between an average life and an extraordinary one often comes down to a few small choices. And once you understand this secret, your life may never be the same again. This is the story of Jake Miller, a young man from Boston, Massachusetts, who spent years wondering why everyone else seemed to move ahead while he stayed in the same place. Jake worked at a small office. Every morning he watched successful entrepreneurs online and thought, one day I'll be like them. But that one day never came. He kept waiting for the perfect opportunity, the perfect job, the perfect timing, the perfect moment. Months turned into years, and nothing changed. One evening, after another long day at work, Jake stopped at a small coffee shop. Sitting alone in the corner was an older gentleman named David Harrison, a retired businessman known in the city for building several successful companies. Jake recognized him immediately. Gathering his courage, he walked over and asked, "Mr. Harrison, what's the biggest secret behind successful people?" David smiled but didn't answer. Instead, he asked Jake a question. "What did you do before work this morning?" Jake shrugged. "I woke up late, checked my phone for almost an hour, rushed to work, and hoped today would be better." David nodded. "And yesterday?" "The same." "And the day before?" "The same." David leaned forward and quietly said, "There's your answer." Jake looked confused. David continued, "Most people think success comes from one big opportunity. It doesn't. Success comes from the habits you repeat every day. Your daily routine is quietly building your future, whether you realize it or not." Those words hit Jake harder than he expected. The next morning, he made one small change. Instead of reaching for his phone, he reached for a notebook. He wrote down 3 goals. Then he exercised for 20 minutes. He read 10 pages of a book about leadership. Before leaving for work, he spent 30 minutes learning a new skill online. The first week felt difficult. His friends laughed. "You're trying too hard. You'll quit in a few days." But Jake didn't stop. He remembered David's words, small habits. Every day, week after week, those habits began changing him. He became more disciplined, more confident, more focused. Instead of complaining about problems, he searched for solutions. Instead of wasting hours online, he invested time in learning. Instead of waiting for opportunities, he started creating them. His manager noticed the difference. "Jake," she said during a meeting, "your work has improved more than anyone else's this year." Soon, Jake was promoted. His income increased. But he didn't stop improving. Every morning, while others were still sleeping or scrolling through social media, Jake was building skills that would shape his future. 3 years later, he left his job and started his own consulting business. The beginning wasn't easy. There were failures, there were sleepless nights. There were moments when he questioned everything. But unlike the old Jake, he never gave up, because success had already taught him its greatest secret. Discipline beats motivation. Habits beat excuses. Consistency beats talent. 5 years after meeting David Harrison, Jake owned a thriving company, employed dozens of people, and spoke at business conferences across the country. One day, a young man asked him the very same question he had once asked David. "What's the secret of successful people?" Jake smiled. "The secret isn't hidden. It's simply ignored. Successful people don't wait for motivation. They build habits. They don't chase easy results. They choose discipline, and they don't become successful overnight. They become successful by improving a little every single day." That young man nodded, realizing success had never been a mystery. It had always been a choice. So before you wish for a better life, Ask yourself this: what habits are you building today? Because your future isn't being created tomorrow. It's being created by what you choose to do today. If this story inspired you, share it with someone who needs to hear this message. And if you enjoy motivational stories that inspire success, build confidence, and transform the way you think, make sure to subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. Every new story is designed to help you become the best version of yourself. Remember, the secret of successful people isn't that they are different from everyone else. The secret is that they choose to do what others refuse to do every single day.